so far. So here we go, round 3. Single elimination tournament, doing pretty well tonight. Pretty lucky so far. It looks like this is the some sort of a Sapphire. We're going to play first, of course. Control deck. And yeah, I'll keep this hand. Sure. So turn 2, cycle Rootfather or Larch. We can get a Larch or something. We'll probably cycle our Rootfather with this hand. Let's see, we're at 4 shards, that could be 5, and then 6. We're actually 1 away from playing the Rootfather, just straight up playing him. So I may just hold on to him and just toss the Larch for another shard. I kind of hope to see a turn 2, what do you call it, Mirror Knight or something. Yeah, with double Carnasaurus in hand. Let's see, do we toss the Larch in hopes that we draw the resource to play a Rootfather? I don't know that we do. And presence. This hand. Because he can counter, and by the time I can play this guy, chances are he's going to be able to counter him, but I am looking at an actual playable card. I think I do go for the resource here. Yeah, I'm going to go for the resource. There's not too much happening right now, so I'm just going to go for that resource here. Got more removal where that came from, so I'm just going to go and throw a Carnasaurus to get aggressive here. I'll just throw that out and just kind of get a little bit aggressive for the Gin and Tonic. And then we've got another Larch we can throw away to eventually play this Rootfather. He's probably going to bury his... No, he's not burying anything. Okay. Thought he might be burying a Reese there. Looks like he might be searching for a Reese. It's going to Crackling Bolt our guy. Okay, well, we're going to hold on to this guy's removal. Okay, well, now we can just play the Larch in a turn. So we'll sit on this board state and we'll play the Larch next turn. We'll play the Larch into counter magic. Draw out that counter magic. Eventually we'll be able to play a Rootfather. Crying in the other room. Next card in your deck with 1 or greater, guess you can play this for free. Okay. Can't really kill that with a Carnasaurus. But we do get free reign to play our Larch here, which puts us ahead on damage, unless he bounces it, of course. Or play this Titania that I just top decked. He has no resources, so yep, that's what's happening. And we hit a Soloist. At least we got something for it. At least we got something. That's very underwhelming. But obviously those draws are in there. Next turn we can actually play the Rootfather if he exhausts all his resources again. We can swing in with the Soloist and get that Rootfather going. He's probably going to swing here. I mean, he's ahead on damage, so we should get a free point back and swing with a Soloist and everything. I think if he has resources open, though, I'll probably play their Larch to see if I can draw out a counter. Play that first. It's gonna burn me in the face. Okay. Interesting choice. He still can counter here, so... I'll go ahead and swing with the Soloist here. And we'll just go and throw out a Larch. Let's see if he's got a counter. seems like a pretty poor peak to have to play. Should be able to catch up on damage with the Larch in play. No, he can't counter. Well, he could have countered the Larch, so maybe he's got the counter. Arcane Focus some more. Still waiting to see a counter spell come out, so I'm still holding on this Rootfather to wait for a good board state to play him. Couldn't have asked for a better top deck there when the Majesty came up when he was exhausted on the 4 resources, though. That's really what you want to see. Okay, well now he can't counter, so now we play Rootfather. Made that easy for me. Or a really big Eye of Creation, rather. Sure, no, I don't want to play Eye of Creation because he can counter that. So we'll go ahead and just swing with the Larch, and then play a Rootfather that's untargetable, which you can't counter. Now I could play the Carnasaurus to like trade with his guy as well, but like maybe next turn that'll happen. We'll see. Just to gain 2 life and trade dudes. The Gin and Tonic. If he can hear me, I guess he probably will when this gets syndicated out to YouTube. It's getting nice and aggressive in the air there. Get to gain 2 life here, possibly. Ooh, double Crackling Bolt. He may have the game here then. He may have another. Oh boy, I really need some life now. And burn for the finish. Yep. Okay, well, it looks like he's going burn, so that means we go healing. So we are definitely going with the Cluckodons in here. And I probably don't want to do the Heat Wave. Cluckodon seems like the best one here. Troops can't be interrupted, whatever. Yeah, that's fine. The Cluckodon should be good. I'm gonna... Calamity can win me the game outright, but I feel like there's so much counter magic that... Let's see, what do I get rid of? Eye? Probably the 2 eyes. Probably eyes need to come out here. Or maybe just 1 eye. Just 1 Eye of Creation. And maybe the 2 Soloists. Crocosaur definitely helps. Yeah, probably some Ashwood Soloists. For Cluckodons. I think we'll be okay. Actually, you know what? That's a mistake. Actually, we're going to swap that for 1 of my Rootfathers. Save. I like Rootfather, but I feel like it's going to be a little bit too slow here in this matchup. Hopefully we can gain enough life to just not even care about his damage output. Ugh. Alright, we'll keep this. I don't like seeing Walking Calamity in my opening hand for obvious reasons. But if he leaves my Troubadour alone and I get another elf or 2, then I might be able to play it. I need to make sure that these actually fight things to gain me life in this matchup. Oh, there's a Cluckodon, that's definitely good. I'll probably toss the Larch so I can get the 4th shard for Cluckodon. No, I'll have it with Troubadour. Focus. I mean, any burn that he spends on my dudes is burn that's not going to my face. It feels like he's just got... Oh, great, another Calamity. That's not the time to draw a Calamity. But at least we know that we can never draw another one for the rest of the game. At least. Burns our guy. Okay. So we'll probably end up throwing Larch so we can play Cluckodon in the following turn. Unless we draw a shard here, which would be nice. Okay, he doesn't want us ramping. Nope, never mind. I'll just straight up play a Cluckodon. Start getting further out of range. Bounces it, that's really bad. If I just replay it, so. His guy doesn't match up well against him either. His 3-4. Probably have to toss this Larch to get that resource. We'll see what happens next turn. It's kind of a interesting call here. We don't have any ruby shards either, which is kind of bad. If we top deck a Titania's, this would be the best time to top deck Titania's. Nope. We don't have any elves, so that Acorn kind of hurts us here. I think I'm just going to toss this Larch and get the wild shard. Well, no, because I can play it next turn if I just use the Acorn. So yeah, let's just swing in. We'll play the Acorn. Unfortunately, we don't get anything for it. And then, actually, I'll play the Larch this turn. Right? Oh no, I need a Ruby to do it. Oh boy. That's a mistake. I'll probably have to toss it. No, I should hold on to it. I have to hold on to it. I have to hold on to it. There we go. That's what I want to see. Now I can Carnasaurus that guy. Gain some more health. Get further ahead. He might counter. It's whatever. He should probably counter, honestly. Like, if he doesn't counter this guy, I'd be a little bit surprised. Carnasaurus, or actually, Cluckodon actually has a target in the guise of Thunderfield Seer, which is kind of funny. Chances are pretty good he's got the counter here. I'd rather he counter a Carnasaurus than a Crocosaur first, so let's go ahead. This guy does the job, and he may play another dude anyways. And if he doesn't, now when I play the Crocosaur, now I gain even more health for double fighting off of this Carnasaurus. So, I mean, he could spend some damage on the Carnasaurus, but yeah. I feel like I'm pretty far ahead at this point in the game. I don't know that he can attack with this guy now. If he does, I mean, that's 6 damage. That's a lot. Burns my guy. Yep. Sure. Actually, I probably could have tossed the Larch there, but I'm still kind of holding out hope that I'll be able to play him. I feel like bodies are kind of important here. Peek. We still need a ruby shard here. It's a funny situation with Larch right now, because it's like, I can sacrifice the Larch so I can play... Oh, that's right, Larch is not... He's dead. Because I sacked him to get the shard to play him, so that doesn't work. If he hadn't killed my Troubadour early, then that also would have things would have probably spiraled out of control a little bit more. You can't counter Crocosaur here, so I'll probably just throw it out there. I'm going to hold on to this Felroot Acorn in case I actually draw an elf. But we're actually just going to throw our Crocosaur out there just because I want to put more damage in his face. And I know we can't counter now because he's only got 2 resources. Just more damage for him to have to deal with. Next turn I can play the Acorn to play the Larch anyways, so... Can't really attack here, I don't think, unless he has bounce. And I haven't seen a single bounce card in his deck yet. Cyclone, next trooping deck, hand, okay. Okay, Titania's. I'm going to Titania's before combat. Just to scare him. He should counter here. Oh, he doesn't. I wonder if he even has counters. I guess we get a Larch. Which is what we were going to play anyways. Obviously I want to kill this guy, because that guy already did his job. Let's get the 3-4 instead of the 2-4. Yep. Yeah, we're still sitting on that Felroot Acorn. I don't know that he has counters. I feel like just kind of going in on things now. And I guess a double chump, and I'm at 20. I don't see this game going his way. Peek. I feel like he should be peeking in his end step, or in response to things, instead of going all the way down. He's looking for something. I mean, some sort of answer to the board state, I guess. Maybe he's looking for a bounce. Bouncing the Crocosaur is pretty bad. Bouncing the Wrathwood Larch is, I guess, not as bad. Yeah, if the Crocosaur comes down, if he bounces it and I replay it, I kill both his guys and they don't kill him. Yeah, you can't swing here. Hey, there we go. There's a Ruby Shard. When we need one. So 6, 7, 8, 9. Puts me really close to just playing these Calamities. So I don't think I want to play the Larch here. It doesn't really do as much. I mean, it puts more pressure on the board, but I should win here anyways. I don't think he's got this. It's a lot of defense to deal with as a Ruby deck when I'm at 20 health. Field Seer's not enough. He needs another blocker. Entangling Webs. Okay. So it'll, I guess that helps. I need to draw a dude. I need to draw the right dude to get that to happen for me. I guess we'll just throw out the Larch, we'll just play him. Play this Wild Shard. Maybe we'll draw an Elf to get this Ruby Shard online, because like if I don't get the Ruby Shard online, then these guys are still offline, so and sitting on them most of the game. Imagine if you had 4 of these and you drew into the other 2 and you're just sitting on them like this. I mean, that's a lot of dead cards. So again, for people that are playing more than 2, that's one of the reasons why I don't play more than 2, for exactly this reason. Games like this. Yeah, he wants to turn off the Crocosaur. Throwing some bugs and stuff in my deck, but chances are, I mean, there's a good chance I might, if I draw them, that's more chump blockers for him, and, you know, so things could still go his way. He's back in this by doing that if I draw those spiders. Of course, if I draw an elf or an Eye of Creation, alright, yeah, I was just going on Eye of Creation here, so we'll play this. Go like this. We're going to do this before combat. He hasn't countered hardly anything, so we're just going to go. We're just going to go with this 6. Look at that. I got 2. Swing, swing. That's game. Time Ripple's the other one. Never mind. Alright. Still going. So Puck allows me to play both of these as long as I draw a ruby. Okay, he's just going to concede here. Yeah, I mean, if he doesn't get that damage through, I don't know, I just don't see it happening for him. I feel like we made the right choices here. We made the Rootfather, he's still untargetable. And he creates Rhinos, which is hard to deal with. I guess I could put, I don't know, I can't gain health unless I'm in diamonds, which I'm not. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine, I think. The Calamity was really bad, but it does win games outright. I feel like 1 Eye of Creation is fine. Yeah, I don't see a reason to change. I could put Syyn in here, I guess. I could play with Syyn instead of a Walking Calamity. Yeah, let's do that. He has a lot of flyers, so sure. Let's do that. That makes sense. I should have done that actually before. Synn's a little bit easier to play like than Walking Calamity anyways. Now, of course, you know, we haven't seen any counters out of him. Doesn't mean he doesn't have them in his reserves. Counters seem kind of bad, like when you're playing with some of those Thunderfield Seers, though, because it's like you can double a counter and then it's like, well, that doesn't really do very much for me, but you still kind of have to play it because you're in Sapphire, so I don't know. I'm very surprised not to see a single counter out of his deck. He's more or less playing some sort of, almost like a machine deck. He's just trying to push things through. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm free to play the cards and I've been holding back a little bit too much. I'm playing some of the cards. So his go first. And this is okay. Mulls to 6, definitely good for us. We'll keep our hand. He can kill our Soloist right away. It's kind of bad. We don't have Wild here. That's kind of bad. Another Soloist. Okay, well that's not as... That makes things less bad. That makes it so we can play this Felroot Acorn. That's the other issue was, do I play this for Wild and wait a turn? But drawing the second Soloist makes it easier to play because he can just kill our Soloist here, which he's going to do, of course. Stopping the ramp. But, you know, that's one less thing for I have to worry about coming into my face. And we can shuffle these guys, the Rootfathers, and that helps. There's a Periwinkle. Periwinkle is what he really needs to... I mean, the ramp guy is okay, fine. But, like, I think Periwinkle should have been the optimal target here. Although I could have played a Periwinkle. If he left that Ashwood Soloist in play, I could have played Periwinkle there, which I... Given that he's so burn heavy, I probably wouldn't. I'd probably just wait. But we're gonna have to shuffle a Rootfather here. That's what it looks like. I don't know, do I play a Periwinkle here? No, I think I need to keep dropping shards, and these guys are really dead cards right now, so. Underfield Seer, I don't have the wild to play Carnasaurus right now. Yet. Another Periwinkle. Now let's get this guy shuffled. Crocosaur. This might be the end for me. So I have to sit on board state. So it's pretty bad. It's looking pretty bad. I need to draw some resources. I need to draw a wild. At least when I play Periwinkle, he can just absorb damage. Yeah, another burn to the face. 19 turn clock. I don't feel too bad just yet. It's at 3, so we set up pretty well. We have elves, so we're going to play this for wild, and then we're going to get our life back with our Carnasaurus. And yeah, let's do that. We could play Periwinkle and pull in like another... Actually, I should have played Cluckodon, because I could have done that. Oh well, I can do that next turn. Cluckodon was the play there. Cluckodon was the play. I mean, I guess he could have countered, so... I mean, he did just kill my guy, but we've come to a conclusion that this guy probably does not have counters in his deck. Mass Poly, yeah, that could do it as well. We're back in race mode. Actually, if I draw a resource here, I can double Crocosaur's field. Not that resource, though. We'll just kill his little guy. And game 4. And start the race. He's used a lot of removal on our dudes. He's removed 3 of our guys with his spells instead of going into the face. So I don't feel too bad just yet. Periwinkle's coming down. That's another like must-answer target for him. Draw a wild, I can play Crocosaur. Another Periwinkle. So we'll just throw out a Periwinkle after combat. Maybe we'll draw the shard after that. I don't really want to use my resource just yet to like shuffle the Rootfather in. It's not very advantageous for me. We'll play the Periwinkles that aren't full art yet. The AA Periwinkles. These ones you need like legendary dust for. Yep, gotta answer Periwinkle. Gotta answer him. I just keep playing Periwinkle. That's why he's a 4 of in this deck, because he's just such a like must-answer target. Of course, there's the hand where you have 4 Periwinkle in your hand, and that's of course not useful at all. But you know, I'm sure that doesn't come up that often. I'm actually really close to playing Rootfather here, so I feel like I'm in a good spot on that front. I'm ahead on damage for now. He's used a lot of removal on my dudes. Another Periwinkle for him to try to kill. I can double Crocosaur next turn if he doesn't. If I draw a shard, I can double Rootfather. And again, I haven't seen counter magic in the last 2 games, and I feel like I'm pretty safe to just go in on things. Sometimes you don't, but I don't think he has any. I mean, I don't think he has any. And the big thing is the reason why I say that is just because of the deck that he's playing. Oh, double Crocosaur! Double Crocosaur! Oh. See, he should have waited to do that in response, but that's fine. One Crocosaur is still enough to deal really well with this board state. Or just a... No, let's Crocosaur. I feel like I need to keep staying ahead on damage. So, yeah, let's just... say no blockers for you, sir. No blockers for you. Swing with that Cluckodon. Oh, so close. He should have responded to my Crocosaur, I think. Yeah, you're right. The peak that he played in like game 1 and 2, that he wasn't playing in end steps, like he was like double and triple peaking. Of course, it was towards the end of the game in game 2, but still, like, yeah. I mean, if you can play it in an end step, in your opponent's end step, the rule of thumb is played in your opponent's end step. I get to drop a Rootfather next turn too. Now I could go for the double Rootfather, but I feel like the damage output that he can do in one turn is so much that I need to just, yeah. Actually, he has to block here, so he can't even really attack. I think that's game. Possibly. Although last time I thought it was game, and it was not game for like a good 5 or 6 turns. So I could be very, very wrong about that, especially if he's got the one where, like, when your guy exhausts, like, he can keep my Cluckodon exhausted and throw some spiders and then get blockers. Let's see. Could bounce my Crocosaur, although I haven't seen very many bounce cards in his deck. I feel like he needs some bounce in the deck. Look at all the removal he's used. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 pieces of removal that he's used. And he's played this guy, draws him a card, the Seer, and 2 Seers and a Dreamwalker. Okay, he's going into the face, trying to draw a card. Okay. Seeing if he can just draw out the damage, I guess, with the amount of resources he has. I mean, it's possible if he gets the right stuff. Cyclone, Shaman, which is X troop in your deck gets when they're played. Okay. He can swing because he's got a chump blocker here. He can chump block the Crocosaur, take 4, give me 3 here. Or he can double block to kill the Cluckodon. No, he's going for it. Okay. Kind of has to, I think. In case he draws into that. I mean, he could still burn me out, so that's still a thing. So we're definitely swinging in here. Yep. I don't think that playing double Periwinkle double Rootfather is that much better than just playing 1, so I'm just going to play the 1. Can't target it anyways. Not that it matters, because he probably doesn't have bounce in the deck. Gives me a Rhino as well, but he has to block a lot of dudes, so he has to burn me out. He has to burn me for 4 and deal 3, which is very possible in his deck. He could get the thing where he can play 2 burn spells. If he has that, then that will definitely get him there. So this is still anyone's game at this point. Yeah, he's looking to see if he can. He's looking at all the options here, so I think if he could have dug, he would have already done it, so I'm not sure what the card is he has in hand. I kind of wonder what card he has in hand right now. You guys are great. Okay. So 2-1, tons of play mistakes. Didn't really deserve to make it.